Good evening. Welcome to Bossed Up Academy, where we give you your stimulus updates. Today we're going to talk about RRF. So stay tuned and get ready. Get your notepad and get ready to take some notes. Well, good evening, good evening. Today, we're going to wrap up PPP. PPP is coming to an end. Remember that CDFIs are still giving out PPP money. And if you look on the PPP list, then you can see if your money has been allocated to you if you've signed your contract. But the people that are waiting to sign their contract, you can apply to as many different places until you get the approval. But tonight we're going to talk about the best program ever. And this does not apply to everybody, but it applies to a large group of people. And that's the RRF. Remember, we got a lot of acronyms: PPP, EIDL. Now we got RRF, which is the Restaurant Revitalization Loan. Grant. It's a grant. It's not a loan. I'm sorry. It's a grant. That means that you do not have to pay it back. It is so much better than any program out here. So if you got a food truck, a restaurant, a lounge, a cigar bar, a winery, anything that is at least 33% on-site sales, guess what? You can apply. Also, the other awesome thing about RRF is you can have not even opened up yet. That means that you could have been in process of opening your restaurant even up until March of 2021. So a lot of people have been asking, well, what's available out here for new businesses? Well, guess what? If you have been in the process of trying to get your restaurant open up until March, even if you don't have any gross receipts, you can still get RRF, Restaurant Revitalization Fund. And it's free money. It is a grant. You don't pay it back. You don't even have to go through a process of forgiveness. So you could be in process of getting a restaurant, and they're going to give you money based on the money that you have spent out to start your restaurant, even if you have zero gross receipts. And they're going to take that and get an average of what you spent for the monthly basis and do the calculations and give you funding. Now, if you were open prior to January the 1st of 2019, then they are going to allow you to take your 2019 taxes, gross receipts, and you're going to take that total minus your gross receipts in 2020. Now, if you got EIDL, you got unemployment, you got PPP, do not count that in your gross receipts. You're going to take your 2019 gross receipts minus your 2020, and that is the amount that you get for RRF. Now, say you was only open for 4 months in 2019. Well, then you would take that and do the proration to find out how much on average per month, what your yearly income would have been if you had been open for the entire year. Do that minus your gross receipts for 2020, and they're going to subtract any money that you got for PPP, and that's how much they're going to give you as your grant. And remember, a grant does not have to be paid back. I can't stress that enough. That means free money. That means you don't pay it back. The next thing is, what's so awesome about this is you can connect it with, you got a POS machine, that's point of sale machine with Toast or Clover. You can either do it through them, their platform, or you can go through the SBA. And then the SBA is making it so much easier. They even set up a phone number so that you can get phone assistance to help you with getting these funds. So remember, this is, you could not even be open and get money. So if you started on your restaurant, your food truck prior to March of this year, then you can apply for RRF. Now, if you did the shutter grant, the shutter venue grant, you can't double dip with the shutter venue grant. But if you were denied for the shutter grant, then you can apply for this. And the only other thing about this is if you have PPP, you just got to subtract your PPP from it. So this is a great opportunity for people that are in the brewery world, cigar lounge world, food trucks, restaurants. This is an awesome opportunity to leverage yourself. Then once you get the money, you have until 2023 to spend the money. And you can spend the money on approved expenses such as payroll, sick leave, overhead expenses such as rent, utilities, and you got into 2023 to spend the money. So therefore, this is a win-win situation. And it's a little bit longer application than some of these others, but can it be done? If you need help, of course, you can call our office and we'll be glad to assist you with the process. But if you have a food truck, you know somebody with a food truck, share and like this video, and you don't know who you could be a blessing to and help them take their business to the next level. Because if they are able to kill their overhead for the next 12, 24 months, that will be a big help to that person. So if you can't use this information, share it, like it, pass it along to someone that can. But remember that up until March of 2021, even if your doors are not open, you can apply for this grant. And remember, grant, because that means it does not have to be paid back. Remember, in the difficulty lies opportunity. Hey, Kia, I love you too. Share and like this video. If you have any questions, please do inbox me. Also, another thing is you got until May 31st or until the funds run out for PPP. So make sure you're dealing with a lender that is still issuing PPP funding. If not, you don't have to withdraw your application. You can just go and apply if you have not been given a SBA number. If you have been given an SBA number, look on the PPP site to see if they've issued your funds. And if they've assigned the funds to you, then you can almost count that they're on their way. So I wish a lot of people luck. Like I said, this Restaurant Revitalization Fund. And also, I did not mention that they're giving priority in these first 21 days to minorities. So if any minorities are watching and have a restaurant or food truck, you are going to get priority in these first 21 days. So I encourage you to apply. You don't have anything to lose. And remember, in difficulty lies opportunity. Turn this pandemic into a pandemic. Make sure that you get your fair share of the pie. It's not a hand out from the government, but a hand up. Have a great week.